Man, it's been that long. You forgot how to work it.
No, I had to change the YouTube Studio because it was your members video was the last one we did.
Mm.
Oh, you changed it back to public.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bum 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 bum
That's a
bum
live
bum.
timer right there.
Okay.
Let me see something. Come here. There we go. Yeah, keynotes.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. I'm an inch gauge, bro.
You gonna go to the next
What?
convention? The next Taco Bell convention?
Seldom seen. Are you for real, bro?
Yeah.
Are you for real, homie? Chato from Bell Gardens. What's up, Chato? Appreciate you, homie. Shout out to homies from Bell Gardens, Rooks, Rookstown too.
Damn, that's
One.
Hey,
We're live.
are we live?
We're live.
We're live.
We're live. So act right.
I'm gonna act right.
Stop gossiping.
I'm gonna start gossiping,
Don't gossip about any other podcasters.
but it's fun to it's fun. I mean,
You want to gossip?
let's gossip.
Let's gossip.
Hey,
How was your weekend, bro? How was your week or your weekend?
my week was good, man. It was good. Let's see. Last week, I was actually in Las Vegas.
Okay, that's enough.
All right.
So no, go ahead, bro. Go.
Well,
Go
last
ahead. My
week,
bad.
Last week I was in Vegas with some artists, Twixie and De California, and I stuck with the other names. I think it's Big Mexico, and then also JR. They go by Los Muertos, but De California is the rapper, also known as Chueco. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
I spent I think I want to say Tuesday to Thursday with them, and it was great, man. We were at a convention in Las Vegas for Mexican regional artists. It was dope. It was just watching a lot of raza, network with each other, communicate, talk about projects, link up for future projects. It was really cool to see so many of our people just working together in this casino surrounded by a lot of white Asians and blacks, and here you are, a bunch of Mexican just hanging out, talking with each other, talking about business, talking about music. It was great, man. Everywhere you walked, you had some guy with a guitar, a guy with a fucking trombone, people just fucking creating music. That shit was fucking.
Was there
crazy.
anybody like well known in the?
The other one that I saw there that I recognized was Bobby Castro. So shout out Bobby Castro. I saw him. Aside from that, not too many artists. They were very like I said, Mexican regional. So they were a very Mexican, like Mexican, not really
right.
up here. I think De California and his group were actually.
But
the
was
only ones that
was
were
it for
different.
like all the raza, or was
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
Mexicanos?
I think it was more all the raza.
All right.
Yeah, because I saw people from like Florida, Texas, and different. They're all different, I guess, razas.
All right. Cool.
But it was cool. And this weekend, I spent time at two events that were dedicated to autism awareness. One was in Moreno Valley. Let me shout them out because they were really cool. Give me 1 second here.
Man, hurry the hell up.
I'm getting there. Okay, so it was from it was brought together by One Way CC Southern California Car Club and Riding Low also. So shout out to them. I was kicking it there with the rapper MC Peps, Blue Stomps, Midget Loco, and my bad. I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible with names. My bad if I miss anybody, but actually no. There's one more person here that I want to shout out before. My apologies for
Those are the
lag.
Chicano rappers, right? Midget?
Yes. There's the Chicano rappers, and the other one's gonna be he goes by the name Low J 919. So shout out to him also. And then we on Sunday I was kicking it with them also at another autism show that was also hosted by Concrete.
Oh, okay.
So it was great seeing Concrete. I said hi to him, and I just wanted to give him his flowers because that guy's a busy guy. And
You gave him flowers?
yeah, I gave him flowers. Here's your flower, Concretes.
Right.
You came.
I thought you gave him actual flowers.
No. But I think everybody knows that he's been a busy guy lately. He's been on.
He's always busy,
Yeah,
bro.
he's always
since
busy.
I've known him, since they called him Beretta.
Yeah, so
That dude's been on
for
it.
him to like take time out of his schedule to spend a whole day there, just to support the autism awareness.
That's dope.
And it was great. I think this whole weekend they just did a bunch of shows. I mean, even did Polly's Projects, they did their own show. I couldn't go, but I definitely took his hat to represent him in all these other events.
All right.
Just to let him know that we're all in it together. Somebody has a family member that a child or has autism, and it's something that people should be aware of. They're not different, and they're just as normal as us. Some of them are even very smart. But that was really cool. I did that over the weekend. But what about you, man?
And thanks for your time. That was the whole show. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a good night. And damn, NORBEEZ, you could talk, homie. That's screaming, though. I love you, dog. For reals. Hey, but no, that sounds good, homie. I didn't do all that, but yeah, homie, I just worked, bro. Did some tattooing, and first of all, I forgot to tell you guys, my apologies. We haven't been on. Like I tell you guys, I'm not a content creator like that. I don't do reactions to different drama going on or all this other gossiping stuff that all these other YouTubers beefing it and all that stuff, you know, unless I'm attacked. But yeah, and then NORBEEZ went out of town. You just heard it from him, so I didn't have no camera guy. JEDI was off with wherever he was doing. So, you know, I don't like doing this shit by myself, you know, because I feel like I really don't know how to do it by myself like that, you know. So I feel like I need my team to help me with the calls and all that stuff. So I apologize if you guys were waiting for me to drop any content or whatever. But we're here now, so definitely. We're gonna make up for it. So I apologize to you guys.
And definitely, especially the members, you know.
Oh yeah, and the members. Yeah. So sorry. And we are gonna continue with the music stuff. So we will be doing that, and that's gonna be open for the public to view and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys tuning into that. And yeah, let's get started. So what should we get started on? What are some of the hot topics, homie?
Clean post. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see. Our Red Dog says, all right. Never Loves 1322 says, where you guys been? Mundo 144 says, what advice would you give someone that discouraged about AI being the new artist and taking a lot of jobs away that required talent back then, but now is this computer generating images, poems, instrumentals, clothing, design, etc.? That's a good one, man. I mean, it's a real fear.
AI's taking over everything. I just seen an app with AI where I guess you speak a little bit about yourself and AI writes a whole book for you of you or whatever on whatever you're talking about you or whatever, and it's a whole book. You could publish it, all that shit, and that's crazy, you know.
Like a biography?
A whole thing, bro, of whatever you want it to be about you. Taco Bell, anything, homie. And it's going to write a whole book, everything.
Well, I mean, eventually, you know, the government's going to have to, like, pay people to just stay at home.
Well, they are paying people to stay at home. You got content creators, bro, podcasters. You can move to, look at old boy China Mac.
Yeah.
He moved to the Philippines.
Did he?
Yeah, he doesn't live over here, bro. He moved over there, and he's making what would be essentially American money.
He's living like a king.
He's living like a king, bro. A king.
He's probably got like 10 chicks in
and he talks about it. He did a show. Hey, shout out to him. You know, shout out to him for using his brain. And he was saying that he only needs about $3,000, and it's gonna bring him however many women he wants. Whatever food he wants, he could live like a king over there.
Pretty much.
You know? And you know what's cool about living overseas, though, is that you get the best of both worlds. The money, the value of the money, and the organic food.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because a lot of our food over here isn't permitted in other countries, you know, because of all the toxic crap that's put in our food.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
I wonder how Trump's going to force that one on people.
Well, see... if you believe that Trump is making these decisions.
Oh, okay. Well, that too.
What's the next one, homie?
All right.
Go for it.
How does that AI stuff affect the tattoo art?
Oh, it's affecting us. It's affecting us big time because now they have machines that are AI generated, and they'll do the tattoo on your skin for you.
Dang.
Yeah. They know how deep to go. I mean, it's pretty messed up. Would
you personally get upset if I went and made an appointment with that AI bot?
I wouldn't get upset about it. I don't get upset a lot of artists get upset for people getting tatted by other artists, but I'm not that guy. Like, I don't care. I just have a problem when people come to me and they ask me for a price, and I give them a price, and they be like, oh, that's too high. And then they go get it done by another artist, and they get messed up work, and then they come back to me to fix it. Damn. Like, bro, I already told you, you're going to get what you pay for, you know? Like, you're going to pay a $20 purse, you're going to get a $20 purse.
Yeah.
You know, you pay for $20 shoes, that's what you're getting, you know?
Yeah.
But what is crazy is China, you know, throwing the U.S. under the bus about all these name brand stuff.
Well, I was just about to go there as soon as you started talking about that.
And the only thing that's from that other country, like say from Italy, like Balenciaga or whatever, Louis Vuitton or whatever, the only thing that is from that city or state or whatever is the tag. the logo.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you would recommend people to buy those $10 Jordans off of China?
I mean, it's all in your head, man. It's all you give the value of something. Your brain is gonna give that shirt its value. If you're gonna start a trend. Hey, these shirts are cool. Oh, Marvelous said those shirts are cool. Let's go buy them. You know, they create deities in people.
Yeah.
Like say the music industry, right? You got what's that dude's name? The one that had that concert, and everybody fell out. Some people died.
I was gonna say Kid Cudi. It's not Kid Cudi. It's
No,
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott,
Is it
right?
Travis Scott.
Yeah. So they create a certain pinnacle in a person, and that person becomes a deity where he's worshipped by an audience. But they only do that to gain that audience. You know, we talked about frequency so many times, right?
Yeah.
And when people go to concerts back in the days, they will go to concerts, right? Where was the artist at?
Good point.
He was below you.
Yeah.
It was an orchestra,
Oh yeah. Huh.
right?
Yeah,
And he generated his frequency through the music that was at measured at a certain hertz, right? And now it's the audience giving their energy to the artist. The artist is above you. And they speak about this all the time. I feel the energy. I feel the energy. I turn into somebody else when I'm on stage. Yeah, you do. That energy is real. But yeah, go for it.
Let's see. All right. This is from Belushi MOB. How do you break sex soul ties, carnal? From any past females I've been involved with, I'm trying to cut all ties with any females I've ever had any sexual encounters with. Charlie, I had no idea that you keep ties with them even if you have nothing to do with them in the present. Just for sleeping with them in the past. Bro, you gotta use periods, man. It's the longest fucking sentence. I've been asking questions for a fat minute essay. Hopefully you see this, Holmes. Much love and respect from South Park, Seattle. Shout out to Seattle.
So, NORBEEZ, I'll ask you that same question, bro. How would you answer that question? I already got my answer, but I want to hear how you. What do you think?
I would have to have sex to know that answer, bro.
Oh, you hear that? Any single ladies or vatos, you got a single guy right here.
Yeah, single guy.
All right, but no, and all
I got no ties.
in all seriousness, he has no ties but his bow tie he wears to sleep.
Hey.
But yeah, or his tie iced tea.
Hey.
But anyways, the best way that I could explain it, and this is just my opinion from like studying stuff like that, is you gotta cleanse your spirit, bro, from any negative stuff. You know, any negative stuff, and it'll release spirits from you. You know, they're called minions that follow you. So, like, say there's, if you believe in, obviously you believe in spirituality, I'm guessing, and say you got the fallen angels, right? Over 200 of them that fell. And then within that fallen angels, they have legions of demons. And those demonic beings are powerful. But then the demons got minions. And minions are legions of minions. And those minions have other small spiritual, like demonic spirits that are just go from person to person, and they cling on to that energy. You know, if your energy's low, and you gotta shed all that. You know, you gotta stay prayed up. You gotta keep the people around you pure. You gotta make sure that even what you're eating, bro, doesn't have parasites. You know, because parasites are demonic things, bro. They're shit that you shouldn't have. Excuse my language, but the stuff that you shouldn't have in your body, and you gotta cleanse and just clean your body out, and just be careful who you're being with. You know, because each person that you're being with, a woman, if she's being with multiple men, all those men are putting their energy into that woman. And those energies are spirits, bro. And that's why we tend to act like our exes, or, you know, we might lash out like them, or whatever the case may be, bro. But I know you probably know what I'm saying, you know, because you probably see it. That's why you're asking this question. But yeah, bro, that's the best way I could answer that for you, bro. You know? So yeah, go for it, homie.
All right. How many times does NORBEEZ get the chorro a week eating Taco Bell daily? None. I don't.
Stop lying.
I don't. It's good for you. It's good for you.
All right. What was the next one? My bad.
All right. Okay. Brad Pitbull says.
Brad Pitbull. Shout out to Brad Pitbull.
IE fools are watching Minecraft and starting mosh pits.
Oh,
have you
damn.
heard about that? Have you heard about that
No.
movie Minecraft?
Hey, people still play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Hey, watch your kids if they're playing Minecraft. That shit's like the most wicked ass game.
Think so?
I've heard so much
What do you
shit.
think about the new movie?
I haven't seen it, bro, and I don't recommend any kids to go see that. I don't play that game, but from all the stuff that I've seen, like, and most of it's online, you know.
Yeah.
And it's all bad.
I don't know anything about that. Where you mine stuff, you build stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. You just mine stuff and
What's
build.
bad about that?
Well, the shit that I've seen bad about it is fucking older men trying to get at kids, bro.
Oh,
that's the bad shit.
yeah,
and
yeah,
actually
yeah.
showing up to their pad.
Yeah.
Like showing up to their pad, yeah, bro.
yeah,
that's just hell no, homie. Like, and you've had parents, they made videos on it where the parents are like, "Who are you?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm here to see so and so." Like, you dirty ass fool. Like, what the hell? And the mom's like, "You invited this person? Yeah, he's my friend." Like, and they don't know any better. You know, like that's just, it's crazy, you know?
I mean, it is very interesting. There is a side of that game where I guess there's a dimension that you could jump into, and it's kind of like its own hell.
Oh,
Where
yeah?
it's just dark and fire.
Have you played that game?
Yeah. And then you have like these like
He's got the underwear on right now.
skeleton things on, but you have this atmosphere where like, oh shit, it just got dark.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Anyway, well, how do you? I don't know if you're familiar with Jack Black.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar.
I seen the thing where he went, where they did the intro and it was like a theater, and he comes out holding this big old what was it, a axe or a sickle?
Probably yeah.
Something like that.
Probably a pickaxe.
Okay.
Anyway, well, I don't know if you're
Oh
familiar.
yeah, there you go, a
I don't-
pickaxe.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with his background. You know,
What about him?
one his mom is from NASA. She's a
Okay, yeah,
and then he's a well-known Satanist.
yeah, I know that.
And Satanist.
He's a Satanist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
yeah.
believes in that Crowley fool and all that.
Yeah, so he
And they do that Alistair Crowley. I don't know how to pronounce his name, first name.
Alistair.
Yeah. But they all do that, bro. They get their stuff. Like for instance, they have a dagger that they get, and they have to do their first sacrifice with that dagger, and they carry it, bro. Like they'll show you their shit.
Yeah.
Like they have that. When you do, man, I shouldn't be talking about, or I can't say certain things, huh?
As long as it doesn't have to do with somebody deleting themselves and stuff like that.
Okay, well there's another ritual thing where they do they get from their first thing, they have the option to make a leather product
Jeez.
out of that person, you know? And it's either shoes. There's a lot of stuff, bro, that comes along with it. I don't want to say everything, but you know, it's ugly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he's in it. I did see the movie, and he did pop out with the whole the horn thing.
Yeah, don't throw it.
At the end, he threw it, and at the end of the movie, he threw the symbol.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure he threw it throughout the movie. You just really couldn't tell. And they made it and they did make it low key gay.
Yeah?
Yeah, there was this one scene where that him and that other guy, that Jason Momoa guy,
Yeah. That fool's a dirty dude.
they had to do a 69 position.
Oh, no way. Him and Jack Black?
Yeah, him and Jack Black.
Damn.
Who was on top?
I'm not guessing Jack Black was. That fool was probably on bottom.
He was a bottom guy.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that was a little meatball.
It got kind of gay.
Man.
I'm like, this is
What's up
weird.
with Jason Momoa?
Oh my God.
He's known for
that's
a
whole
lot of
nother
dirty
story.
stuff, bro.
But
Yeah, there's videos
so,
of him, like, it's not cool.
Yeah.
I'll show you after. You can't show it on here.
All right, so let's get through that.
Hey, speaking of, real quick, you brought up his mom from NASA.
Yeah.
Bro, I just came back. A lot of you know through my Instagram, I did a little bit of traveling. And on my way back from DC, I had a passenger, and what a coincidence. I'm not making this story up. This dude, and how we got into this conversation is there's these two white dudes. I'm right in the middle too, man. I got the fucking coach seat because I missed my flight. So anyways, the dude on the right of me, he pops out these books. This dude brought like a whole lunch bag with him. Man, he had he was on a field trip or something. He's an older dude. He has white hair, salt and pepper, and he has like these 2 bags, a bunch of carry-on bag, and he's eating an apple. After that apple, he eats a banana. He's busting out these peanuts and like everything. He's going in his bag for everything, and he's up and down. And finally, he gets these books out of his baggage, and he puts them on his little tray slot on the chair, and it's like three Bibles, and he pulls out a bad calligraphy pen I used to have. It's called a nib. If anybody, yeah, it's bad. It's an expensive pen, bro, and it's a fountain pen. For those who know about fountain pen, I'm into writing, so he pulls out this pen, bro. And did I tell you what happened?
No, you didn't tell me.
Oh man. So out of anybody that could have sat by me, and it gets better. It gets better, homie. So I'm sitting right here, and he pulls out all these Bibles, and he pulls out this thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm all, you right? I'm all, you right? And then I'm all, that's a he goes, oh yeah. He goes, I'm all, that, yeah, I have one of those. He goes, oh, you have like, he looks at me like, oh, weird, like, you have a nib? Like, yeah, fool. Like, I'm an artist, you know, I didn't say that, you know, but I'm like thinking like, this guy, you know, yeah, fool, like, I'm the only one that looks like me in the plane. I'm surrounded by just all snow in the plane, you know, and there's only one black dude that's sitting behind me with dreads.
Yeah.
And everybody's all white, you know, and I'm just like, I have my Pendleton on, and I'm just right there chilling, and I'm making sure I get both armrests, you know. These fools ain't getting nothing, you know. I try to take the window seat, but these fools got on the plane before me.
Yeah.
So I'm right there, and I have the armrest and shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's a knit. I have one of those, you know, or I had one of them.
Yeah.
And so he's looking, oh, really? And I'm like, oh, you studied too? And he goes, yeah, I study. He goes, oh, you know about the Bible? And I'm like, oh, I study a little bit. And he goes, oh, really? He goes, I've just finished seminary school. He goes, I'm a pastor. Oh. And I'm like, oh, wow, you're a pastor? Okay. Like, I want to get into this conversation with you. And then so we started talking about it. And he goes, oh, so you're an artist, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a tattoo artist, you know, but I do other kind of art. Like I can do sculpting or whatever. And he goes, oh, really? He goes, oh, wow, you know, you sound like an educated man. And I'm like, oh, thank you, you know. And I'm like, you study scripture? And he goes, yeah, I finished seminary school. I'm like, oh, so you're a pastor like full time or what? And he goes, no, I actually work for what did he say the initials were? Anyway, it's NASA. He works for NASA, bro. He's the one that receives and feeds information back to like headquarters or whatever he said. He was trying to explain to me, but I was like, dude, this fool was saying, yeah. And I'm like, oh, really? So what do you think about, you know, the Bible and what the Bible says and how it's like against NASA? And he goes, well, what do you mean? I'm all, well, let's get into it then. And he just turns his whole body towards me, bro. And he's really like into it, you know, and he turns his whole body and he's like, well, yeah, let's get into it, sir. And he fucking put it in his whole time and shit like that. I'm all, yeah, homie. I'm all, let's do this shit. And everybody, now all the white people are looking at me like, what do I know about NASA? Like, well, let me tell you, nah. So anyways, so I'm like, man, am I taking too long with this story?
So he was sitting there where you're sitting?
He's sitting right here, bro. Yeah. Yeah, and the other dude is like trying to pretend he's asleep, but he's not. He has like his eye open. He's trying to, and the black dude behind me is just like watching, like he's waiting for something to happen, you know? And so, but we're keeping it cordial, you know? And the guy starts saying, yeah, isn't it kind of contradictory for, you know, what it says in the Bible and stuff like that? And he goes, well, how so? And I'm all, well, do you believe that the earth is round? I mean, obviously you work for NASA, so you believe that the earth is round, right? And he goes, yeah. I'm all, but the Bible says that we sit on the circle or the throne, the God of our God sits on the throne of the earth, right? A circle. And I'm all, so is that a sphere? And he goes, well, yeah, it's a circle. And I'm all, a circle's not a sphere though. And I'm all, he goes, well, where does it say that the earth is flat? I'm all, well, let's go to your Bible then. So he opens up his Bible. And he goes, where do I go? I'm all, well, where do you think you go? And he goes, well, and he's trying to think of a scripture to throw at me, bro. And I'm all, look at, bro, let's go to Genesis 1, the beginning. So he starts reading. And he goes, well, what do you want me to do? I'm all, I want you to read. And so he starts reading, bro. He goes, you know, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the spirit was upon the face of the deep, meaning that just the spirit of God hovered over the waters, right? And, you know, in the morning, the first day in the morning and night was the first day, and God called the morning the day, and the night he called the evening, whatever, right? And then it says in his Bible, he didn't have the original King James. He had another version of it, right? And his says, and then God created an expansion. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what it says in the original Bible, right? What does it say? And so in the little precept right there on the side, what does expansion mean? And then he goes, well, he created an expansion, you know, the ozone layer. I'm like, well, what's the ozone layer? And he goes, well, it's an expansion. I'm like, go to the precept, bro. And so he goes to the precept, and the precept says firmament. And I'm like, what's firmament? And he goes, well, the firmament, it must mean it's an expansion. I'm like, so where do you get the real definition of that word? And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, but you're a pastor. You should know the definition of that word. And so I'm like, let's look it up together. So he looks up the word firmament, and it says a vault, something that can't be penetrated, that was only created by the Most High. And so he goes, I'm like, well, what does that mean? He goes, well, it means an expansion. But if something expands, then it obviously can be penetrated, right? So the word is not expansion. So I'm like, what language did they speak? He goes, Aramaic. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what that means then. There's no other meaning. We don't go by your feelings. And he goes, well, yeah, I know, and all this and that. So I'm like, so if there's a firmament and it can't be penetrated, then how in the hell are you going to space? And what is space? He goes, well, space is the ever infinite universe. I'm like, what's infinite about it? Like, what do you know about space? You know, this is space between me and you. We have a space. Anything can be space. Why do they call it that? Well, that's just what NASA calls it. I'm like, let's go to some other definitions. So I'm like, what's your favorite, you know? And obviously he's Christian, John 3:16. So he goes to the word world, and he starts saying, I'm like, what does it say in John 3:16? You know, for God so loved the world, he gave his own begotten. I'm like, what does that mean? And he goes, well, God's love, and love is, you know, he loves everybody and all this and that. Well, I'm like, well, then how come God said that he created nations to destroy them, to be an example? Where does it say that? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, don't you know the story of Esau and Jacob? You know, Rebecca and Isaac's sons? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, well, what does Esau mean? And he goes, well, that's his name. I'm like, what does his name mean? Why did they name him that? And he go, I'm explaining to him, you know, and he's saying, oh, but God is love. I'm like, well, what is love? And I'm like, what is love, you know? And so I'm showing him love is obedience, not hugs and kisses, homie. And he's just like, he's getting mad, and everybody's just fucking looking, right? And it's funny because there's these two white Karens that are in the front, and they're just looking at us, bro. And the black guy behind me is laughing. He's just laughing at the whole thing. And I'm like, what race was the Messiah? You know, what nationality or ethnicity is he, right? I'm like, he's an indigenous man. He goes, no, he looks Arabic. He's from the Middle East. I'm like, what's the Middle East? And then he goes, well, it's the Middle East. It's over there in over there in the Middle East. I'm like, well, where's the Middle West? And then he goes, well, what do you mean? I'm like, why is there only a Middle East? Why are these names? I'm like, where's Israel? And then he goes, it's over there in Palestine. I'm like, how is Israel in Palestine when Palestine has always been Palestine? And he goes, I'm like, let's get back to John 3:16. You know, so we're just going back and forth, bro. And all these people are like, well, how do I know what they're thinking about me already, you know? And so we get back to the word world. I'm like, what does world mean, bro? I'm like, why is there 3 different references for one thing that's supposed to be the earth? And so he starts saying, well, they mean the same thing. I'm like, no, they don't. I'm like, what does the word world mean in Aramaic? And so he looks it up, and it means a nation, a specific nation, a people. I'm like, who are God's people? The chosen. He goes, well, the Hebrews. I'm like, who are the Hebrews? He goes, well, the people over there in Israel. I'm like, who are the people over there in Israel, and where's Israel? He goes, well, those people over there. I'm like, no, those aren't. Those are the Khazars. Those are Ashkenazis. They're not the real Hebrews of the Bible. The real Hebrews were indigenous people. They weren't them, you know. And he's like, well, how do you know this and all this and that? I'm all through migration and old maps. You know, you believe in this new map. Names have been changed. You don't even know your ethnicity. You know, and I'm just telling him, and he's just getting so frustrated with me, bro. And he ends the conversation, and he just turns around and starts talking to the other white dude. And I just, you know, I just put on my phone and I started watching my videos. But he was so frustrated, homie. And when we landed, it was funny because his little kid called, his son called, and he's on FaceTime, and his little kid is like, you could just tell, like he's a little mama's boy, you know, not to clown or nothing, but he's just like, hey, daddy, where are you at? Like, who are you sitting by? And he goes, I'm sitting near this guy. And he puts the camera on me. I'm like, what's up, little homie? And the little kid is like, oh my God. Like, you know, it was the funniest thing, bro. It was the funniest thing. My bad for the long-winded story, but God, that's what crazy. Happened. That's what happened. That shit was funny.
Well, how long did you guys not talk to each other?
We didn't talk for each other for like 2 hours. It was just silence, like awkward silence. And the dude right next to me, the other white dude, is just laughing, like, you know. It was funny, man. And the black guy was like, right on, brother. It was funny, bro. It was funny.
All right, that was a good one. All
right, go for it.
All right, let's see.
The next one.
All right, so Midnighter asks, where you been the at least at these last couple of weeks? So I think we answered that already.
Yeah.
Snoopy HMV says, talk about what do you think about these dumbass presidents trying to send us homegrown originals to El Salvador prison?
Man, shout out to Snoopy. Eloyo, appreciate you, homie, always. I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up because a lot of homies, I mean, obviously there was a lot of damage done in El Salvador, right? Yeah. It's crazy that it's supposed to be the safest place on earth
ever
now.
Break out, it's not gonna be safe no more.
You know, but on the other hand, there's a lot of homies that don't deserve to be in there. You know, they don't deserve to be on there and locked down like that, and the way they're being treated. You know, yeah, some of them did commit crimes or whatever, and hey, if they should be punished, then they should be punished for whatever they did. But there's a lot of them that haven't done, and they were just, you know, clinging to the trend of being a gang member. You know, you take 18th Street that went over there. You know, they created their clique called Hollywood 18. You know, and it was a trend. You know, but it shows what an impact LA gangs have on the world, bro. Like LA has literally set most of the trends. Yeah. Most of the trends. No hate towards New York and Chicago or whatever. But LA, really, you got a lot of gangs that come from here, the styles that come from here. Yeah. You know, the brotherhood of being from a barrio. But it's also in our blood. It's in our blood to be like that. Yeah. We have a tribal mindset because it is in our blood, and it's in our blood to back up a brother, you know, or fight for our people. Pretty much. But don't hate us because you created the problem. You know, the system created this problem. You know, not us. Yeah. You know, we started. Every faction that starts off doesn't start off for bad intentions. They start off for a need to live, to survive, if you will. Or protect. You know, yeah, to protect. You know, you look at the prison system. You know, and you got a faction that was created, and a people that rose up and became the Southern United Raza. You know, for what? It wasn't for any greed or nothing like that. It was for self-preservation, you know, from the other ethnicity that was taking advantage of our people, taxing our people, you know, and not only the other ethnicity that's doing time with us, but the system itself, the correctional officers that are setting homies up, you know, planting evidence, false accusations, and putting cases on homies and giving them time, taking us away from our families. Yeah. You know, like that saying goes, if you stick a knife in the snow and a wolf comes and licks that knife that has blood on it, is it the wolf's fault, or is it the person that stuck the knife with the blood in it, knowing that wolf would come and lick it?
The person.
All right.
Yeah.
We didn't create this problem, you know, but at the same time, we don't know how to fix it. You know, we need to come together, and it's bigger than our mindset right now. Our mindset is stuck in the barrio and stuck on that's my enemy, and he's not our enemy. Yeah. He comes from the same place as we do. He eats the same poison that we eat, and he's also watching the same poison that we're watching. And being indoctrinated by the system, which is giving us poison as well in our mind. Yeah. And we just need to come back to our organic ways of thinking, eating, and living.
That's right.
And that's why we're called the sleeping giant. They call us a minority, and we're not. We're the majority. We're the biggest consumer. Yep. The biggest consumer.
Yeah, I think recently Target got super fucked. Like, I think they lost, if I read correctly, $16 billion they lost over Raza and the black community boycotting it.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fucking money. $16 billion.
You go to Target now, and you can't even find any real the boy section for my little boy. You can't even find a lot of boy clothes. It's all girl shit or getting there to girl shit. A little boy turning into a girl. Rainbows are everywhere. You know, and it's like, dang, homie, like my boy, I want my boy to be a boy, a man. You know, my daughter to be a girl, a daughter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in all that shit. You know, so.
That's crazy.
Hey.
You know, speaking of things like that, about also political stuff, recently a lot of people are talking about the Dodgers visiting Trump.
Yeah.
You know, we all know the story of from Buried Under the Blue.
Yeah, shout out to Buried Under the Blue.
How do you feel about the Dodgers going to Trump, knowing that had Trump been president around the same time Jackie Robinson was around, there's a good chance that Jackie Robinson would never have gotten hired by the Dodgers.
But
because they hired him, mainly because the Dodgers hired him because he was black.
Okay.
And he was good.
Okay.
But had those same rules that Trump applied right now with his presidency, would probably deny him or grant him the ability to be a Dodger.
But you see, that's your mindset, believing in a president, bro. You're believing that Trump is making all the decisions. No, it's just his signature.
Yeah.
His signature, bro.
Yeah.
It's a president of a corporation, but who owns the corporation? Those are the people making the decisions.
Now, why do you think they're doing things like that? What's the purpose? What's the
Because
end game?
there's a bigger distraction, homie. The bigger distraction is from keeping you distracted with the Dodgers and causing a civil unrest for you acting out for whatever reason, whatever false flag, and that could be considered a false flag. Because it's going to cause friction. Yeah. It's going to cause animosity towards the Dodgers. It's going to cause an uproar. You know, and who's the biggest community in the baseball is who? The Dodgers. Yeah. You know, LA Dodgers. And who's second? What, the Yankees? Or who?
Maybe, yeah.
Who would be? And who lives in those communities?
Yeah.
The majority of people. The majority of people. Who do we, if we want to cause a civil unrest, what are we going to cause? What event? Where? In those communities. Yeah. In those communities that have the majority of housing projects, who have the majority of ethnic, such as indigenous people. And those are the people that are going to act out. Why? Because you have a warlike mentality already. It's already in your blood. They already know this is psychological warfare. That's what it is. Psychological warfare, whether you want to accept it or not. Oh, the Dodgers, they shouldn't do this. No, the Dodgers are going to do what the hell they're going to do because they're being told what to do. Just like that boxer, you believe in fighting that fight. If he gets paid enough to take that fall, he's going to take that fall. If they paid Kobe enough to throw a game, or Shaq, or to change cities, he's going to change cities. He's going to go move away. You know, they pay these people enough. Everybody has a price in their eyes. Damn. And the people that don't take that amount of money end up gone. They're gone.
Do you believe that this whole thing with the Dodgers?
It's a distraction. It's part of the great Roman circus, bro. The great Roman circus. And you're falling for it, buying tickets. Are those people buying tickets to go see NORBEEZ?
No.
No, and they never will. They won't. They won't buy tickets to come and see me.
No.
They have millions and millions of dollars. Bro, they could each give $1 million to somebody and change their life.
They really could.
And are they doing it?
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They'll host little charity events that go for maybe some cancer stuff or whatever. But is that money going to cancer people? No, it's not.
No, man.
No, it's not.
It's a trick because you know how we had those fires, the one in Altadena and then the one in Pacific.
And were those natural fires?
Oh, no.
No.
But you know, it was tripped me out that the Dodgers only gave money to Pacific Palisades.
Yeah.
And not to Altadena. And that was around the
And was it the Dodgers, though? Was it the actual players that gave money?
No. I would say it was the organization.
Okay. And who owns the organization?
Magic Johnson.
Who owns him?
Him and his buddies.
Him and his buddies?
Yeah.
Nah, that shit's an agenda, bro.
Publicly, they show that they own it.
It's like thinking of it like this, right? You got Walmart.
Yeah.
You got store managers. You got CSMs.
Yeah.
There's a pecking order. Yeah. Then you got store managers that own that run like 3 different stores.
Yeah.
Then you got the whole like the district manager, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but who owns the Walmarts
I guess.
and
maybe-
Sam's Club, named after him, Sam,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That family. What do they do? Who are they associated with? Who do they worship? What's in the products that are in that food? I never buy food from Walmart ever. Costco meat, never,
Dang.
never.
Dang.
That's poison, bro. But we think it's better because it's coming from a bigger corporation.
It's good prices
No,
for
bigger a
choice.
bigger corporation doesn't mean it's better.
Dang.
You know, we're all like simps when it comes to that.
They got those $1.25 hot dogs.
A hot dog. Or are we supposed to be eating that?
How about those Costco government contracts where they do all their, you know what I mean, get weapons through those foods?
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I gotta look into that.
All that.
Costco's get weapon contracts.
All that. They're all like, okay, look at the iPhone, bro. Remember when the iPhone 7 came out? Who was making that?
Chinese.
No, a bomb manufacturer company.
What?
Yeah. Bro, they were making the batteries that were exploding in people's ears. You think that was by
I
coincidence?
remember that time when there was a lot of videos.
Yeah.
About,
Why were they exploding? I believe personally
was
that
it-
was a test run.
I thought that was the androids that were doing that. That was the androids, weren't they?
Bro, any phone that has a lithium battery will explode.
I remember seeing stories and videos of people like.
In their pockets.
Yeah. And your phone don't gotta be on, homie. They could generate a frequency that's being emitted to GPS in your phone and take you out.
I believe
like that.
I believe
if
that.
you become a big enough a threat, you're done, homie.
I believe that.
You know, just the same as
I'm no threat.
as being an organ donor. You put yourself on that list. Now they know your blood type. They know everything that you told the doctor and the blood work that you did, your T cell count,
Yeah.
your white blood cell count. They know everything about you. And if the price is right, hey, you're getting sold, homie. You going
Now that you said that, you know, that 23andMe, the DNA testing,
Yeah.
they recently went bankrupt, so they're gonna
Yeah.
sell all they're gonna sell the company with the DNA.
You know who's not allowed?
samples.
You know who's not allowed to do that?
You know who's buying it?
Somebody is already buying it.
It's already been bought.
Who?
Bought it?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi
And you know
Arabia?
who's not allowed to do that? You know what group is not allowed to do that?
To do what?
The Jewish people.
To do what?
I wonder why.
They're not allowed to do that.
Oh, to do the testing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's crazy. I was asking, you know, what were I talking about the other day about jewelry? Where does that word come from? Jewelry. You know, juice. Why do they call these words? Like nobody ever thinks about definitions of words. Like where did this come from? Like, you know,
Is there some Jewish guy named Larry?
I don't know, bro. Larry. Go for it. All right, let's go to the next one.
All right. Let's see.
Phone calls pretty soon.
Oh yeah, let's take some calls if you want.
Wait. One popular Jay says, "How do you feel Jay did at his tournament?"
That's my son. Shout out to my son. I think he did great. He's only been training for a little bit, and he's learning as he's going. So shout out to my son, and his motivation amazes me.
Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to my son. Love you, mijo.
Yep. Let's see. I guess we're to Rafael Chavez says, "Do you believe that free will exists? Why or why not? Thanks."
Yeah, I do believe we have the chance to change our generational curse, for the better. And
I don't believe in free will.
No.
No. I don't believe anybody has free will.
What do you believe in?
I believe in you're supposed to just live. Your destiny is already written for you, but throughout choices. I mean, someone could say choices. Well, that's an example of free will,
Right.
Is it though? When you really look at it, I mean, is it a coincidence that you get these choices in front of you, or did somebody already put it?
Democracy, not when you're choosing president.
Oh, there you go too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and then the fact that people, the reason why I don't believe in it or want to believe in it is because I feel that it gives people the ability to say, well, we can repent after we did our shit. And, it gives you less reason to fear God.
Less reason to fear God than what?
By acknowledging that you have free will. That you have the ability to go against God or not be part of God.
So your curse is just your curse, and that's it. There's
I
nothing
don't know
that can be
about-
changed.
As far as curse, well, I think that's what adds to the curse, the fact that you believe you have free will. Because now
So do you believe that you have a generational curse? That there's shit that you're going through because of the sin of your bloodline?
No.
No?
No.
You just believe that everything that's happening to you is what?
It's a result of the environment.
So you don't believe in karma.
I do believe in karma. But I believe karma is more of
So wouldn't karma have to do with free will?
karma. I wouldn't say it had to do this.
Generational karma. You don't believe in generational.
Karma's karma. Karma's karma, whether it's generation or not.
Well, karma isn't a free will. Karma is an energy. For me, karma is an energy where if I'm putting off a negative energy, that negative energy will eventually.
So wouldn't
work
free
its
will
way
be an
back.
energy as well? If you have free will to make a choice and you're putting out a certain energy, we talked about feelings. It's in the video of feelings.
Yeah.
So
that's
what are
I-
feelings?
But that's what I meant by choices. Choices. Would you say that?
So your choices are being controlled.
Well, would you say choices magically appear?
Choices magically appear, of course.
You say-
You're
you-
there's
you're
no
not-
universe. Bro.
You're not doing anything that your life isn't moving a certain direction where these choices are put in front of you.
The choices that are being put in front of you have been put in front of your forefathers.
And give me an
All your
example.
forefathers.
An example.
So for instance, one of your dads, one of them, it could be your great grandfather, whatever, made a decision to do something, and you're gonna have the same option in your life, and it's gonna be a deja vu, and you're gonna have the option to make a better choice, and it's up to you whether you make it or not. And if you don't, then that curse gets passed on to your seed.
Well, I like that you said that. I really do.
I know you do. Fall in love with it and marry it. Take it
Because
home.
I always tell people deja vu is just it's what you call it. It's like a recall. Where when you get a deja vu, that's literally God telling you you made the wrong choice. I'm giving you another chance to redo it.
Like Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's the wrong choice. I'm telling you.
It pops out.
Well,
It pops out.
all right. You want? Hey, let's get to some phone calls. Oh,
That space.
oh yeah, the space. Okay,
Oh, the celebrities.
the celebrity, the
Celebrities going to
celebrity.
space.
Man, those bunch of pendejas.
Well, like Jedi said, it was an all-female crew. I guess
All female crew
first
in a
all-female
rocket
crew,
shape like what?
like a big fucking dong.
Yeah,
a big
that
shot.
is embarrassing,
I think
homie. When have they ever had a spaceship shaped just like that?
They should have just
You
put.
don't remember?
They,
Oh
When?
my god.
oh, you're thinking about
When?
Austin Powers? Austin Powers.
Okay, I'm talking about.
Goldman.
Yeah,
Goldman
okay,
member.
there you go. They're making a
Goldman
mockery of
member.
us. They're making a mockery of
They
us,
should have just
homie.
wrote Space NORBEEZ on the side of that.
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Hey.
They would have been a little rocket.
Hey.
Then it would have been a little Piccolo Pete, homie.
It would have been a girthy one, though.
Yeah, right.
You guys got to fit out them ladies. in
2
there.
inches, but thicker than a can of menudo.
All right, let's take calls.
You're retarded, bro. All right,
While we're waiting for calls, let me finish reading the rest of these.
go for it.
Do you believe this from Brad Pitbull? Do you believe we will be many kings possessed by the spirits of the Antichrist, and at the end of times, so as some believe?
Wait a minute. What?
Do you believe there will be many kings possessed by the spirit of the Antichrist at the end of times?
I
as
believe
some
that.
believe?
I believe they're already possessed.
Let everybody know we got a new number.
Yeah, I don't even.
We
Oh
got
yeah,
a
we
new
got
number,
we got a
folks.
new number
We got new numbers.
for you guys to call in. Taking all calls.
213-519.
Yeah, 213-519-7413.
Damn.
But yeah, I believe that there's already it's we're already in a spiritual warfare. We've been in a spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
I believe in all that. People don't. They believe in presidents. They believe in their kings, and they believe that they're making the decisions. But
All right. Well, okay,
That's
here
nonsense to
we
me.
go. Izzy Contreras says, your take on Rhodium Radio coming back to YouTube.
I told you.
Oh.
I told you. I said it. I said Tony's not done with it. He ain't going nowhere. It's not gonna end. I told him on his show when he said that he was gonna retire and
You
not gonna
did,
do
huh?
it. I did tell him.
Yeah, you did.
You could go back to some of his Marvelous Minds episodes.
Yeah.
And you'll see everything that I've said. I've called it and it's happened. It's happened.
They don't call him the
He's not going anywhere. And no disrespect to Tony or nothing like that. But everybody that does any of these podcasting or any of these content creators, the energy of the people feeds you. You know, it makes you want more. It releases what you call endorphins in your brain, and it's about the equivalent of doing a line of coke.
Damn.
Or a girl getting a like on an Instagram post or whatever. It likes it, and you want to feed it, and you want to feed it until finally you become what do you call it? What's that word I'm looking for? Desensitized.
Okay.
You know, to it, and you got to do more drastic things and
Definitely.
more shit. Caller, your name and where you calling from, please?
I want to thank
or you can
the
stay
audience
anonymous
for
if you want.
giving me a soft chub.
NORBEEZ still trying to talk shit up.
Hey, can you turn my
Caller, we can't hear you.
No, the cable. The cable.
I can't hear the caller, bro.
Hello?
All right.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there he is. There he is.
Go.
Caller, your name and where you calling from, homie?
Yeah, can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Hey, what's up, big dog? It's me, Chato from Barbara's Rooktown.
Chato, what's cracking, homie?
What up?
Hey, I got a situation that I'm trying to get off my chest, and these characters right here at the swap meet, these youngsters dressing like fucking clowns, you know?
Oh my God, perfect conversation. Go for it.
And you know, like I've been through through the shit, you know, of growing up. I'm a grown man. I'm a father of two.
Yeah.
And I just trip out because I see these little fools. Well, they say they're homies, but I know they're not. Just fucking bunch of pretenders, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these hyenas too, you know, just like straight up, you know, G'd up. But this is not a game, you know what I mean? Like, this is something that we grew up as, you know, as teenagers ourselves, but of banging, you know?
Simon, yep, you're right.
And you know, I've been through the system. I'm a grown man already, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just like, what's up with this you know, this you know, this thing that's going on, this trend. It's not. I don't know if they're trying to be famous for social media, but this is something that we grew up as fucking, you know, represent our hood, and this is our fucking uniform to let other vatos know what's up, you know, what time it is.
Yep.
And but these kids and these podcast people making up these things is like, what the fuck? You know, they didn't earn it. You know what I mean?
Yep, you're right, homie.
And
go for it.
I don't know if anybody will address this and let other people know this is not a game. But I guess now, you know, it's something they want to like think it's cool now. Like, hey, you could wear Ben Davis, you could wear a gangster hat, you know, you could look creased up, but it's not a game, homie. It's not.
Yeah, you're right.
This is something that we had to walk through the block, you know, packing the little dudes, little 22, you know. We got to look at other vatos, you know, enemies. This is something that we fucking, you know, did because this is what we represent, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
Not just to look like, because we're gangsters and this and that. Nah, this is something you earn respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a uniform. And now you're absolutely right, homie. It became a trend. But the saddest thing, I know it's kind of like the new word they use, cringy. It's cringy to us to see people like that. It gets you like, oh, like it just bugs the shit out of you, homie. I know you want to say more. I know you want to say more than that, dog. But it is like that. It's like a fucking mosquito. Like you want to slap that shit. And you know the sad thing about it is that all these people, there's older vatos older than us there, homie, 50s and 60s, and they're not saying nothing. They're right there drinking a pisto, watching them act a fool. And the thing that sucks
Right.
is that everything is worldwide now. Everybody's tuning into these YouTube channels and TikTok and Instagram, and they're all watching these videos and they're like, oh, that's right, they're representing the cultura. No, they're not. No, they're not. That was a war outfit you put on.
Exactly.
Well,
I mean, like, you know what? I see these, you know, like they're representing, you know, whatever fucking raised by cholas, and when you find out about the history about them, they're fucking residents. They ain't fucking about it. I mean, there probably be one little fucking hyena that, you know, Osita, wherever fuck, yeah, she probably bang because I heard about her.
Yeah.
But like the other fucking punks that fucking represent their fucking old school vibes, and they didn't even bang or nothing like that. They just saying, you know, about, you know, back in the days and shit like that. And they're all youngsters, and it's like, what's up with that? Like, and I'm at the swap meet, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, I go there.
Yeah.
I love Santa Fe Springs, so I've been going there since I was a kid myself with my jefita.
Yeah.
My jefita bang, my dad bang, my mom's from Dog Patch, Paramount. You know, my dad from Norwalk, Carmelas. You know, like you know, like I grew up that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I see other people doing that, and like they're just chilling, and you know, rest their suited booty. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you would think like, oh, okay, homie, back. But you look at them like they're fucking little nickel sacks, they're little scrubs, little fucking kids, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, let me ask you both. Let me ask you both this question.
It's embarrassing, homie. Like, you know, it's embarrassing.
Let me ask
like,
you this
know,
question.
Like,
let me ask you and Marvelous this question. How do you feel? Because recently a video went really viral, like worldwide viral, where you had Capone and Lady Pinks teaching this very viral guy, the world, how, you know, Chicano gangsters should act and dress. So they dressed them up.
Oh,
and they
I've
made
seen
them
that.
dance.
well,
and,
that's another thing that you could talk about, like Capone. I mean, homeboy could pretend he'd be Mexican, but he's not. I mean, yeah, he had a lot of fan base because of his music, but at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he probably banged what he banged, whatever, but he was never fucking raza or nothing like that. But he loved it.
Yeah.
He respected and stuff, but you will have other people still fucking, you know, saying, you know, he ain't about shit, you know, whatever, which he could be a studio gangster. I don't know the guy personally. I just know about his music.
Yeah, but how do you feel that he made that video that went viral and got hundreds of millions of views worldwide?
Me personally, I don't like it, bro. First of all, he grew up in the bottom. Go for it, bro. Go for it.
I mean, I'm a Southsider, you know, so like my shit, like whatever you do growing up, you know, there's different things, a way of growing up in the barrio, you know what I mean? Representing who you are, where you come from. And some people do it to get the fucking fame, you know, which never earn anything, you know, and it upsets you. But like, it's something I guess people love attention, you know, we call them attention whores and shit, like, you know, for social media to make them look like somebody, you know what I mean? And you know, when you know, if you've been through the system, and not necessarily, you don't have to be locked up in prison to be a gangster, you know what I mean? A lot of people think that, oh, you got to be a gangster, you know, be getting locked up. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It just, you just got a lot of fucking pretenders and a lot of people that represent something that don't know the consequences of shit that could happen with them in life.
Yeah.
Anything, you know what I mean? You know, representing something that there ain't about, you know, there's repercussions of things that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand it and see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, homie,
you could be dressed bang the fuck up, Ben Davis or Nate Cortez at a liquor store, and there could be a homie that could be like, well, who's about this fucking character, you know?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, you know?
They're gonna get hurt.
And then next you know what I mean? Shit happens like that. But why? Oh, because you want to be a gangster.
Hey, real quick, homie, with all respect, there's a lot of callers, but hey, I appreciate your call, homie. Gracias.
Definitely.
My respects to you in the barrio. I hope you have a good night. Hey, stay safe out there, homie.
All right, big dog.
All right, homies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he's right. He's right. I didn't like it personally, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I mean, my respects for him growing up in the barrio and learning everything that he did, but he's not the person to talk about. Oh, go for it. Caller, your name. Caller, your name. Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Punjar. I was wondering if you have a Maravilla chapter in India.
Oh.
In India. Yeah.
There's a Maravilla chapter here in India.
Yep. There's one out there. The homie Nasir Ababa, he stays out there. I had him on the phone when was it? It was like about a month ago. He called in from over there. He says there's not really that much banging though. They just get in a lot of fights because they cook the food with their hands and their fingers are in everything, so they're not able to throw their gang signs correctly. Oh, he hang up.
Okay, what about your father from Maravilla? What year do you think he got jumped in?
Oh man, damn! Back in the late 50s, I believe. The late 50s.
Do you have generational cliques that the clique name changes by every generation?
Yeah. So, for instance, in the neighborhood, there's a stoner generation. When in the mid to late 70s, a lot of the stoner rock and rollers became gang members, and they were essentially the original rock and roll gangster. So you look at cliques like Eloyo, they'll have a stoners clique. Mariana has a stoners clique. Pomeroy stoners. There's different cliques that Loyal has. Oh, I already said that. But yeah, there's different generations, bro. There's a Zoot era. There's the Pepsi generation, which is the 90s. And then there's the Edgars that came after, or whatever, or the tight jeans. I don't even know the names of them now, but yeah, that's a good question that you asked right there. Appreciate that.
Why do they call the 90s the Pepsi generation? I've heard that term from my friends who've been to prison.
Yeah, I believe that is because that's when the big old thing was with Coke and Pepsi, but and the majority of people liked Pepsi, and I don't know, man, it was a big Pepsi fad, just like the McDonald's had Mac Tonight. I don't know how old you are, bro, but that was a big thing. They had their character wasn't Ronald McDonald, but it was Mac Tonight, this guy with the moon face.
Where did you see Maravilla being in standings in the next 20 years?
In the next 20 years, man, it's hard to say, bro. It depends on
possibly extinct or no?
Possibly no, definitely not. Definitely not. No, I don't believe that. There's a lot of youngsters out there, but it depends who their dads are, or their uncles are, whoever's schooling them. If they're getting schooled right, it's going to be around for a very long time. It's already been around for longer than a century. So, yeah, and that's for...
Did you guys have multi-races in Maravilla, like black, Asian, Indian, things like that?
There's a black dude. There's a black homie that I know. And then, there's other ethnicities in the neighborhood. There was a handful of white guys, I don't want to name them, but yeah, there's different ethnicities. The majority being Mexicano and some Salvadorians and Guatemala, and yeah, bro,
Or do you guys harder on the other races sometimes? Like sometimes the white boys feel like they have to prove themselves a little more, and
definitely.
They do more way out things.
Yeah, definitely. I think in every barrio, a person getting into a barrio like a raza, and it doesn't have to be Mexicanos. You could take MS for example. That white dude is gonna have to prove himself. They have to prove themselves, bro.
When I used to go to America in the 90s, I used to love smoking sherm sticks, my friend, and the angel dust. Were they that big in Maravilla as well?
Yeah, in the early 90s.
I've been clean though for 10 years, but yes, I remember that. It used to make me feel like I was walking on the moon.
Yeah, you were walking in slow motion in the 90s. In the early 90s, lovelies were a big thing, and dippers, if you know what I mean.
Oh, the lovelies were good with the marijuana, and we would sprinkle it, and we would dip it, and oh my God.
Yeah, this guy knows what's up. I like this dude. This dude knows what's up. Yeah, this guy knows. He knows his shit. Yeah, man.
Yes. Yeah, we would call it moonwalking, and we would smoke a dead bird, my friend. Oh my God! And we would get the peppermint leaves and sprinkle the
we're getting too much.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, we're going too much. Hey, caller, I appreciate you. Shout out to you and the homies out there in India. I appreciate you calling, but it's time to go.
It's time to go. Yeah.
All right. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, he does that accent pretty good too, homie.
Yeah, he does, man. Yeah. He's trying to get
all right, so let's go to the next caller, Jedi. Go ahead. Let's take it. Not literally, NORBEEZ. We don't play that way. He did his accent pretty good, homie.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Looking funny.
We're really from India.
That bato's crazy.
That's
oh my God!
Give it that 7-Eleven accent. No.
Damn! Hey, don't start a race war, homie.
You're in trouble, bro.
Shit. Trouble. That was it. All right. Well, we're waiting for the next caller. Go ahead. You want to read another one?
Yeah.
Hey, NORBEEZ, you know any accents? Or not? Hey, you do Arnold Schwarzenegger? Don't lie, fool. Go ahead.
Get to the chopper. Was that good? Huh?
Fuck.
That was bad. What's another one? Hey, yo, Adrian. Nah?
Oh my God! Somebody stop!
Yeah, give me another.
Let me see who else. I don't know, bro. All right, if you were to have to play an actor,
do Christopher Walken.
Oh shit, that's hard.
You know how to do
Yeah,
that?
no,
Do
man, that one's hard.
fuck man, who could you do? Let me see in the comment section, homie.
Trump.
The dude, Donald Trump. What's the line that he says?
Trump?
Yeah, what's one?
You're
line
fired.
he's like, you're fired. No, that's too much. You're fired. No.
All right, go to the next. All right, go ahead.
Caller, your name and where you calling from. What about Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise doesn't have an accent, fool.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. No. I just recently saw that movie.
Crickets,
I recently
tomatoes
saw
and
that
cabbage,
movie.
homie. Get out of here, NORBEEZ. Man, caller, your name and where you calling from?
Oh shit!
Ooh, that's loud, bro.
That was super loud.
I think your radio or your TV's loud, homie.
Yeah, I think it's just playing his radio.
All right, go for it. Next one. All right, go. You gonna read us some of the comments or what?
Yeah.
Because your accents are gonna get us fucking banned, homie.
How this is from Rinko Munoz.
No.
How many religions are tied into satanic ways that you know of?
Oh man.
And have you heard anything about how there is no God because we are God? Ooh.
Okay, well, that they're both true, but the Most High is in all of us. You know, the energy's there, but it's how much, you know, how much energy of that of him that we're gonna keep. You know, the more we fill each other with bad energy, the more his light dims within us. If that makes any sense for you.
We're all baby gods.
Not baby gods, but we all carry the energy of him. You know, it says his name is written in our blood. You know, and it's crazy because when you do the coding of blood, YAH, Yah, that's what it spells out. His name. Yeah. What? Yeah. Make that a sound bite. What? Yeah. What you call it?
Hey, do Tony Montana.
Tony Montana.
Do somebody from
Cockroach.
Fuck! Somebody stop this guy, man! Oh my god! He can't do coffee cake.
Hey, do an accent of a white guy.
Of a white guy? Can you talk like white dude?
Of a white guy?
Fuck! Somebody stop this guy, man! Get the umbrella, homie.
More like Rocky.
Hey, NORBEEZ, somebody said in the comment right here, Johnny Rodriguez says, imitate Tony A.
Tony A.
Go ahead.
All good, caller.
All right. That was all right. All right, let me see. Tony goes, wait, caller, your name, where you calling from? My bad.
Hey, what's going on, Marvelous? This is Matthew from Pomona.
What's up, Matthew?
What's up,
Shout out to you
Matthew?
and Pomona, homie. Hope you're doing good. What's going on, man?
All right, dude. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, man, how do you feel about like this whole New Age movement and kind of like people thinking of themselves as God, and you know, opening up to Christ consciousness, like rather than kind of like, I guess, like scriptural. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I believe we had just spoke about that. So I believe that the Most High's energy is in all of us, right? And we're all alike. This is how I see it, bro. So I see it as the Most High sits above us, right? He's all around us. His Holy Spirit, his vibration, if people want to believe in just vibration or whatever. And he sees us as lights. We're just a light, bro. And that light represents all of our bloodline, right? Our generational curse, all that stuff is within us. And the more bad energy we feed into ourselves, whether we're having addiction or whether we're surrounding ourselves with bad energy, that's going to dim our light. And when our light gets dim enough, then the enemy has full control over us. And that's when we meet our demise and we'll die either from our generational curse, which essentially it's going to be. But we got to keep our light bright. You know, we have to somehow remove all that toxic bad energy that brings and dims our light, you know? So that's just what I believe.
How do you go about brightening that light? Would you say like through like meditation and eating clean and
well, not meditation in a sense. Not meditation because an idle mind, you know, the enemy will dwell in that, bro. And I don't believe in none of that, like the all that stuff, you know, that comes along with meditation. And because then you start to worship that. I think that anything that you do long enough, you will start to worship because it will become a habit.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in that part, but I do believe in surrounding yourself around other good people with good intentions, that really want the best for you and not just so they could get something in return, that really look out for you. Also with your food, the energy, everything that you eat must have a seed. Not seedless anything. You shouldn't eat that. That is considered an abomination, just like the food that we eat. People think that chicken is healthy, but that's considered an abomination. That's a man-made animal. We shouldn't eat that. We should only eat, if you believe in the Most High, then you should eat what He's telling you to eat. You know, the fish must have scales, no bottom feeders, no abominations like pigs, pork. Look at the raza. Everything that the raza is eating today is an abomination. Literally, almost every single thing, bro. You go walk down Hollywood Boulevard. How many people are selling hot dogs wrapped with bacon? Like that's a double shit in your face. Like F you, God. Like that sucks. And then you were eating shrimp. The next thing, we're eating lobster. The next thing, and the government's telling you, oh, it's an aphrodisiac. It does this, and this says this contains protein. No, it doesn't.
It's cockroach.
Yeah, you know, along with the stressed meat, those cows aren't even organically fed, bro. They're not even grass fed no more. They're all grain fed. It's all a hybrid seed to make that cow bigger, to produce more milk. That's not organic either. You know, and have stressed meat. They don't show you all the tumors they pop out of those steaks, bro. Out of the meat that they're cutting, along with the meat being dyed. You know, with I-40. There's not that's not the color of meat. The color of meat's brown. You know, that we should be eating, and it's just everything that we're consuming is just bad energy, bro. Bad energy, and that's gonna dim our light. You know, along with all the people coming into our lives. Hey, guess what happened? Guess who got busted? Guess who's doing this? And it's just all this negative stuff. Homie, when I went out to DC recently. I went out and I visited Maryland with my brother. And oh my God. It was like I was taken out of this black and white LA area where it's just all black and white over here. Everything's just toxic, bro. And I love my city. I love my town. I love where I grew up. But when I got placed over there and I seen all the natural cows, the Amish, like all those Amish people that own all that land, and they're raising real grass-fed cows. They have real organic fruit, and they're not living like everybody's living in the city. And they're just so peaceful. But you could hear every bird, homie. You could hear birds that you've never heard before, and it's just so soothing. It's like a pure frequency, man. Over here, the only bird we hear is the ghetto bird. Like you're hearing drama, you're hearing your neighbors argue, you're hearing different music being bumped, you're hearing drama, you're hearing people skid out with their cars, and over there it's just quiet. You get to see all the stars. It's real quiet, homie. And I believe that we need to get back to that. We need to get back to that energy of just being pure, homie.
Okay.
What do you say?
All right, man. Well, thanks for all the advice, man. Thanks for everything.
Hey, no, I appreciate you, bro. Like, I say, I don't know more than you, homie. You're here to teach me too, bro. So I'm sure you already know what I said.
You're probably like the main reason, bro, that I first started to wake up, bro. There was this Instagram post. If they were messing around, they were saying like when someone hits a blunt too hard. But then the words you were saying, bro, were speaking to me though, bro. I was just like, nah, he's saying something like, you know, he's saying some truth there. And it's crazy. I had never even like thought about I don't know, any of this stuff that you talked about before, bro. But after that, I think you were talking about like the angels, all the stars being angels. Yeah. Something along those lines. And yeah, after that, man, I just kind of dove into the rabbit hole. And yeah, man. So you were responsible for that, man. So,
you know what? Everybody says that we're digging into the rabbit hole, but the reality of it is that we're coming out of the rabbit hole.
Dang.
I appreciate you, bro. My respects to you, homie. Thank you for calling in, bro. I really appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you guys.
All right, homie.
I want to take the chance to give a shout out to El Camarón Gigante in Glendale. Anybody that might be in Arizona, Glendale, 67289 North 57th North Drive. Check them out.
Caller, your name and where you calling from, homie?
My name is Santi. I'm from West Los Angeles, and I had seen a post. Well, no, it was a video, but no disrespect or nothing. It was the one where your son was kind of going off.
Oh, okay.
He had your phone, and when he was going through your phone, I seen a picture of my drug and alcohol counselor with your father. She went by the name of Bessie. Did you ever know her, or was she ever a part of your life by any chance?
Yeah, Bessie's my dad's first wife, bro. And she was a Victory Outreach. If that's the Bessie you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Bessie, bro.
How was she in how was she in your life? Or was she ever in your life by any chance?
She was all yeah, bro. That was my brother's mom, and she's always been in my life. You know, rest in peace to Bessie. She was one of the most beautiful women that I've ever known. One of the most compassionate women that I've ever known. She took me to the Mother Church, Victory Outreach, introduced me to Sonny Arganzoni, his son, Art Blajos. Back in the day when I was a little kid, she introduced me to Victory Outreach for the first time. And she prayed for me. She prayed for my dad when her husband, her first husband, when he got cancer, when my dad passed away. She was there for it all. She's always been there for me, man. She accepted me, you know, I guess in the way of being a stepson. So she was always in my life, and she still means a lot to me. She means the world to me, and I miss her very much.
Before she had passed away, when was the last time you had seen her, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, I seen her at my dad's. Oh no, you know what? I seen her a little bit after my dad's funeral. She ended up passing away. She was married to some guy. I'm not gonna get all into that story, but she deserved better. She deserved way better. But hey, God's timing is His timing, you know. And I believe that she was a messenger and an angel sent down to change people's lives. And you know, if you knew her, it was a privilege to know her. I'll just say that.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, man. All right, bro. You have a good one, homie.
Have a good night, man.
All right, you too.
Okay.
I mean, that what's it called? Scarface has some fucking crazy lines, bro.
What's the line?
Here's one of his lines.
Let me hear. Let's see this line right now.
Just read it, the line. Or
no, I want you to act out the line. Act out the line. Scene. Hurry up. Scene. Ready? Go.
What you looking at? You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking finger and say, that's the bad guy. So what does that make you? Good? You're not good. You just don't know. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth even when I lie. So say goodnight to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again.
Bro,
let me tell you, come on.
You're picking the longest line to fucking read, bro.
I thought it was crazy.
I thought you were gonna do the whole movie right now, homie. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Oh, thank God the caller called right now. Caller, your name. Where you calling from, bro?
Hi, Marvelous. My name is Gianna. I watch your shows a lot of time. And I live in Arizona. And who made God?
So if God made everyone, who made?
If God made everyone, who made God?
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate your call. To answer that, my only answer would be for you is that God has always been. He's always been, and my opinion on it is that He wanted to create people that were special and for Him to love. That's why He made us, so He could love us and teach us.
Like me?
Yeah, like you and your mother and your dad and your grandma and your grandpa. He made them to show you how to love, because He loves you and he wants to show you how to love them.
I know you would know because I know you know God, stuff about God a lot.
Thank you so much.
My mom told me.
Wow. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate this. Is like one of the best calls. I really appreciate you calling and
definitely.
Yeah, my respects to your mother and your dad, and they're doing a great job. And I hope you're listening to them and doing great in school, and I really appreciate your call for reals. Thank you. And to your mom, my respects to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marvin.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Have a good
Bye.
night. Bye. Somebody said I sound like their drunk deal.
Man, bro, good thing you were cussing on
I
that,
get that.
the other kid call right now.
I know. I was like, oh, now I feel bad.
You're going to read another bad line, homie. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Caller.
Caller, your TV's your TV's loud. My bad, bro.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
What's up, bro?
Good, man. Yourself?
Where are you calling from?
I'm out here in let's see, somewhere.
Yeah, you don't gotta say, homie. Go for it. You have a comment or any questions? Go for it, homie. You can speak your mind. The platform's yours, homie.
Oh, how do you guys feel right now? Like, how do you feel about all the energy right now in the world? How do you guys feel? You guys feel things are changing, huh?
I feel it's really dark. I feel it's dark and it's getting darker,
really
bro.
Dark.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think is making it dark?
I think there's people that are
Do you
doing.
think it's the drug use, or what do you think it's the drugs?
Oh yeah, I mean the energy all around, bro. You know, everything comes along with that, drugs. And,
I would say the sacrificing.
oh well, I think everything, bro. Everything that you could possibly think of that's negative. You know, either the government putting stuff out there, or you know, China turning its cargo ships around and not giving their stuff, their supplies our way, or the stuff that they produce. I mean, all that energy, bro, along with addiction and the dope that's being put out there, and you know, the gang violence, all that energy, bro, mixed along with all the government stuff is just all bad. I mean, there's nothing like good anymore. You look on social media and everything's just self-worship. Girls are all naked on there. Guys are all trying to be gang members. Everybody's talking about prison stuff. Our food is fake. The government's falling apart. Civil unrest is happening. Laws are being, implemented on you. More rights are being taken away. There's cameras everywhere. Like everything is just like
they're rounding us up again.
It's depressing. We've been rounded up. Like it's not. People think like, oh, we're going to go into slavery. No, we're in slavery.
Yeah. No, I mean we're getting rounded up to get sent out.
Well, that too. Sent out of what though? Like this is our land.
Like what's the solution? Yeah, what's the? I think it has a combination of everything, like the drug use mixed with the politics, mixed with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts like it can cause things like you said, like maybe I think civil unrest, right? Because everyone starts dividing, everyone starts blaming each other for things, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's just for the power, right? Just for power, right? To secure. Like, other countries are always trying to have a foothold on the United States, right? There's always fight about it. Like, hey, well, if you want this, then we do this. So what's that? It's just like, business, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, how it affects the communities, it's, because it's always the lower income communities that feel it first, right?
Facts.
Yep. Inflation, right? The inflation, who feels it first?
Yep.
The low income, right? They can't even pay somewhere to live.
Yeah.
With the rich people, they're just like, oh man, I can't get my weekly yacht cleaning. I have to cut down on that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and are we gonna?
Not this year.
Oh, no, go for it, bro.
Not this year. I can't afford the 20. Not this year. I can't afford the 2025 car. I guess I have to get a 2024.
Yeah.
Different problems. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's why I think the lower income gets frustrated, because how we're barely trying to make it just to eat and pay the rent.
we see people living it up. I mean, there's people making money right now, lots of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like the poor. It's like that thing where they say the rich are getting richer and the poor getting poorer. It's kind of happening, you know?
Yep.
But the thing is, I think there's opportunity for everybody. You just got to work at it. And, you know, obviously there's a limit to everything. But I think everyone could do better, you know?
Yeah.
Even myself. Like right now, I'm at the bottom right now.
Yeah.
But I know the only way is up, right? And at the end, it's about not being so consumed about the richness, just more the spiritual, right? I think right now everyone needs to focus just on yourself, but spiritually, not selfish hate and stuff. Like more self-heal, self-spiritual, you know, like.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people, I feel, they consume the drug because it gives them that alternate, what is it called? Like the high.
Yeah.
That's what helps them maybe be their spirituality, right?
Right.
I think there's a religion on that, right? There's people that are like Buddhists or people that smoke weed, and it's like their religion, right? But to each his own, you know. But I mean, me, you know, I have my opinions on religion. I'm a religious guy. I do believe in prayer, you know. But at the end, I think it's just like, you know, like you said, like the vibes you give, like your prayers.
Yeah.
And you're like the frequencies, like you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Praying and actually believing in it, you know, and positivity is good, man, and like the community. So it's good to show love to your community, but at the end of the day, we are all humans, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. I appreciate.
It's just like we're all just like, you know, we're humans, right? We're not perfect. We're kind of the same as animals, you know. Even animals know that they stick with their own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like we're the same way, kind of. You know, we all try to find. So mainly, I think it's not to be, oh, I'm better than you. More, it's just like where you fit in, where you feel comfortable. Everyone feels comfortable usually with what feels familiar, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, like people could grow up Mexican, but they don't look Mexican, right? But they're in their heart, and that's what. And then, you know, it's kind of sucks. Like you feel like you have to prove yourself, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. But you know, that's why at the end of the day, we can't judge people. Just you see from their action, and it's just if they show love, I show love back.
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
know? So you feel that vibe, you're just like, no, okay, I gotta. But yeah, man. Hey, at the end of the day, life's short, man. You know, life is short, bro.
Yep. Sure is.
And so it's like sometimes it's not even worth fighting for something that's not even.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, because like I said, everyone tries to fight for territory, right? And it's just like that's when there's like always issues. But there's got to be better solutions than, you know, trying to fight for it, you know.
Yeah,
bro.
I appreciate your call, homie. Thank you for calling, homie. I appreciate all your input.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
There's a lot of land that you can be used for business and for, you know, home. You know, that's it. That's what the land is usually for, right? For business and home.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Oh,
hey. Oh my, yo, my.
hey, I just want to go on record,
bro. Wait a minute. Now, go ahead, NORBEEZ. Go ahead, bro.
I didn't put on record that me and Marlon are just.
Bro, I did not do that. We're just on a time limit for calls. My apology. I really do respect you, homie. My bad. Okay. I'm so sorry. No, not you, homie. On the phone. Not you. The last guy. My apologies, homie. Oh my God!
Man, much respect to the last guy that called.
Much respect to the last guy that called, and the new guy. Much respect to you, homie. Go ahead and your name and where you calling from, bro. My bad.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm calling from Corona. My name is Steve. I'm calling regarding the chemtrails. I've been seeing them a lot lately, and we gotta ask questions. Everybody's looking down on their phones.
Yes, sir.
Everywhere you look, everybody's walking around looking down. But we need to start asking questions, man, because not even the news media. You know, the Weather Channel. That's just a joke. These guys go up there. First of all, they look like they're deans. They're all, I don't know, but you know, it's controlled. I believe that all these chemtrails that go up there.
Yeah.
They must. I guess they're trying to cover the sun. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, but I ask questions and nobody knows.
Right.
Yeah.
So we gotta start asking questions and put it out there. Maybe you know, start looking up. You know.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Right.
I want to say early 90s, they took out videos of these things.
What the chemtrails?
Yeah, what their purpose was.
The best way, I'm gonna explain it like this, bro, and then you could do your own research. If you ever want more research, you could add me on Instagram or follow me at marvelous ink _ tattoos, and I will shoot you the information on what I'm gonna say. So the best way to explain this, bro, is say you're at a golf course and you hold up an umbrella. You know, it has a metal tip on the umbrella. How more likely are you gonna be able to get struck by lightning? Way more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so two of the main components in the chemtrails are aluminum and barium, right? These are highly toxic metals that obviously fall to ground level at around right now. And when you're breathing in those metals, they act as a conductor for the wind towers that are emitting a frequency toward you or at you. Wind towers are known to people as cell towers, but they're really called wind towers, and they have different applications within these wind towers that emit frequencies to humans or to people. There's more in certain areas. There's more around schools, and now there's so many that they're camouflaging them as plants, trees, hiding them on top of rooftop buildings, corporations. Some of them look like palm trees, well, the majority of them, but they're still emitting a frequency. So when you're breathing in these metals, those act as a conductor for the frequency that's being emitted to you or at you, and they work 10 times better. And as well as the fluoride that you're brushing your teeth with in the morning, calcifying your pineal gland, where your frequency comes from, your energy that powers your heart. So your heart, people think that their heart is their main source of life. It is not. This is only your battery. Your alternator is what's powering that. Where's your alternator at? That is your pineal gland. That is sending frequencies down your spinal cord. That's why it's called a spinal cord. It's actually your 33 vertebrae. Now, if your pineal gland is calcified and you have metals, highly toxic metals in your food that you're consuming, in the air that you're breathing, that frequency is going to work 10 times, 20 times better and whatever it's going to do to you. Just like Event 201. If you want to look up Event 201, it's a program that was created by the government and started in Wuhan, China, that people know as C19. I can't say the whole name, but it's known as C19. It's called Event 201. If you want to research that, you can learn. There's too much to talk about right here, but I appreciate your call, bro.
Definitely,
and man, I'm props to you, homie, for noticing that.
Yeah, hey, thank you for that wisdom, bro. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate your wisdom.
Really does, man.
I appreciate your wisdom too,
man.
bro. The audience appreciates you too, bro. I thank you for calling in, man.
All right, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Damn. All right. You know, it's crazy because, you know how, oh, never mind. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
The brother from Stockton.
Oh, Stockton in the house.
Hey, what's up, man? Long time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. How's my people been?
We good, man. I'm good.
Good, always, bro.
Right.
If we're breathing, we're good.
God. Yeah, praise God. It's been a minute, brother, but man, it's good to be back. But real quick, hey, brothers, like I got a question for both of you because man, like I don't get into like the new age stuff. I stay away from that garbage, brother. You know, like it's not me because I'm a righteous man. But man, I wanted to ask both of you because like, and this isn't to sound like egotistical, brother, or prideful, but what are some like because you could go on, you could try to like go and ask somebody or like ask your friend or like. You know, when you talk about a girl, you know, like, and this is like something that, you know, we would always talk about with our friends or like our pops, like about a girl we like, right?
Yeah.
You know, and ever since we were younger, we would always like have that like conversation about, oh, like this girl's beautiful or this girl. And you could probably like ask people and they'll give you like, they'll try to give you like their own, signs or what they think like about a girl, whether she's like good or not, or right for you, or try to like give you what they believe is a sign a girl likes you. But what do you guys think, brother? That what are some like uncommon signs a female like is interested or likes you, brother? Because in my experience, brother, like I would like think about a girl, and like lately I'll think about a female, right, brother? And I won't tell her anything. I'll just be thinking about it for a while, you know. And then when she does come around, I don't say anything. But it's almost as if it's so crazy, brother. But it's almost as if she already knows, you know.
Yeah.
Because like it could be like 10, 20 people in the room, or like inside the crib, but it'll just be like something so crazy to where like she'll just be like looking towards where I'm at constantly, brother, you know. And it's just like crazy, brother. Like I don't want to get like, I don't want to sound like you know, I'm a man of God. I don't tap into like to anything else, to any false doctrine, you know. But what do you guys think, brother?
NORBEEZ, you wanna touch on that? I mean, I don't know if you know any girls. No, I'm just playing, bro. You just went on a date.
I mean,
go ahead. Go for it, bro.
Wait, are you telling me that you have some sort of attraction to this female?
He's saying that girls are attracted to him, like it's happened to him. I mean, and you're.
Yeah, it's because, man, like, to be honest, brother, it's there's a female that I've liked for a while, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I'm a respectful dude. Like, man, brother, I'm always like real. I mean, I always like go to God, you know, and make sure I spend a good time in prayer, and I'm always real wise, and you know, I use caution before I make a move, because I want to always like come like a gentleman, you know. But it's just like crazy, brother, because I sometimes I won't even say much. I'll be respectful, but it's almost as if she already knows, brother. It's so weird, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like so crazy, man. Like I wonder, like if like, I don't know if it has to do with energy or like
that's
whatever,
exactly what it has to do with, bro. You're admitting an energy. Like we talk about that all the time. Your pineal gland. You're admitting an energy. Just like a vato that don't like you, homie, or a group of dudes, and you feel that energy. Like, oh hell nah, something's gonna happen.
I thought it was my turn.
That's your energy. No, shut up. No, but I'm just playing, NORBEEZ. Go for it, bro. I'm playing with you. Hey, for anybody that says I don't pick on NORBEEZ is my friend, a good friend of mine. We play.
What's it called? Well, I was gonna say, look, bro. I mean, you can't keep those ideals in your mind. I honestly, for most of the time, I've always go directly and, you know, ask them out. I mean, worst they're gonna say is no, and then you move on. I wouldn't linger.
So you don't wait. You make the first move. You don't wait for.
I would definitely make the first move, and I would say, like, I would rather take them out and have an actual conversation and see where that goes. If it goes nowhere, then it goes nowhere. But if there's a real connection, then there's worth another going out.
And then what type of females are you trying to, you know, talk to, NORBEEZ? The audience wants to know.
Very tough girls.
You like tough girls?
I like tough girls. Not toxic.
Would you
girls.
pick up on one of the dancing girls at the swap meet? Would you pick up?
No. I mean,
where would you look for a girl at? What's a good place to look for a righteous female?
Anywhere where they're putting in their own work, as far as their career, as that they're actually chasing something, they're dedicated to something.
Okay.
Like when I see a female like that, you know, I know they're putting that kind of time, so I'm pretty sure they'll put that same amount of effort into a relationship.
Do you feel like times have changed where you can't even compliment a girl anymore because she's just getting thousands and millions of compliments already online? So if you tell her she's beautiful, there's already a million guys that just said that, so you have to compliment her elbows or something.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Or hey, your knuckles are shining.
I don't know how many girls I've told you're beautiful. What are you talking about? No, I'm not. Those and they already are.
Yeah.
I'm like,
have they ever told you that you're beautiful?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I think you're beautiful inside and out.
I take it, you know, as a compliment. I say, thank you. I appreciate that.
Have any guys told you that you're beautiful?
Well, that's what I was heading towards.
Okay.
I would say thank you. I appreciate that, but I don't go there.
Hey.
I don't know where it is, but
get it. That's funny, bro. Yeah, but
that's what I would say. I would say, you know, there's nothing wrong with asking somebody for lunch or dinner, and then you know, and have a conversation.
I don't think dinner's like the way to go. Just for as my opinion, bro. I don't think that dinner, like, guys should be asking girls out to dinner now. Like, I think that, you know, maybe some lunch or something, like in the daytime, just to see. You know, and then you never really know. Like, you could date a girl for a minute, and you don't know how she is until you live with her, bro.
That part.
Like, you know, I think that every guy, if you're gonna go on a date with a girl, homie, and you say you've been out with her already or whatever, and she invites you to the house, go look at her bathroom, go to her restroom, and see if there's any psych pills in there or something that she's on.
Marvelous.
You know.
Let me ask you this question.
Lift up the toilet seat. Lift up the toilet seat and see if there's any drops on the toilet rim, because then there's males that have been there. Or see, you know what I like to look at? Go see if she cleans behind her toilet.
Let me ask you this.
Then she's really clean.
Marvelous.
Well, go for it. Ask me, bro.
Would you prefer a girl to have makeup on or makeup off on a date?
You know what? I can't.
If you had a choice.
If I had a choice of this, no makeup.
No makeup?
No makeup, so I could see you for who you are.
Date. No makeup.
Because I don't want to be shocked when we're going to sleep and I'm like, damn, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I understand girls need a little bit of compact or whatever. That's cool.
Yeah.
But when they're just, you know, doing the most with it, that's just, you're doing the most already.
Yeah.
Hey, but my bad for lagging it. But I think that it's hard. It's hard to get at a girl these days. And if a girl's attracted to you, she's going to talk to you, bro. You know, but if you see a girl messing with her hair, talking to every other guy or whatever, and she still says she's into you, no, she's not. She's not. She's going for whatever's available, you know, and she's gonna use you as a meanwhile guy, like, you know, a stepping ladder to the next best thing that's gonna come around. That's just what I believe, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I appreciate your call. I appreciate your call, homie. Thank you for calling in, bro. My respects to you.
Make sure you update us after that lunch date.
Simon, call in and update us. All right.
Yes, sir.
Right. One last call. One last call.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
One last call. That's it.
No,
crazy. Man, we're touching on all subjects tonight. My boy.
Right? NORBEEZ went on a date to Taco Bell Cantina with an escort.
You did?
Oh
man.
I would not confirm nor deny that.
Oh hey.
But I wouldn't mind going to the Taco Bell Cantina. It's really nice. Shout out to Taco Bell Cantina.
I just talked about this with my son. Is where would you take a girl on a date?
NORBEEZ goes to TJ Hong Kong.
NORBEEZ, where would you take a girl on a date?
Where would I take her to a date? You know what? That's hard because.
And what's a date? What's a date to you?
For me, a date is like going to eat something and have a drink and.
So it's your first date. Where are you taking her?
Fuck. I'm glad you asked that question because I'm at a loss right there because I'm thinking restaurant, but then I'm thinking like what kind of food does she like? Because you know some girls they can't eat regular food or what people would say regular for them. Either they have a certain diet or they have specific taste. I mean, some girls only like sushi. Some girls like only tacos, and some girls rarely like fried chicken. But
would you take a girl to Taco Bell?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Why?
You're so disrespectful.
Well, I said Taco Bell Cantina. It's very nicely decorated. They sell alcohol.
So you're trying to get her drunk?
I'm just saying it's more adult.
So would you want her drinking? So what if a girl?
I feel like if they have liquor.
So what if a girl orders more beer than you on the first date? What is she just ordering? Oh, I want a shot. Let's take a shot, NORBEEZ. What are you saying?
I would say that's a red flag for me right there. I would say, you know what?
It's a black flag right there. That's like, you better run, homie. I'm gonna go to the restroom and just walk out the back door.
Bounce.
Yeah.
Leave her, let her pay the bill.
Yeah. Well, what I said, it was just my opinion again.
Yeah.
Is that the first date should be an experience, bro. Like everybody else is gonna take her to. She could go to a restaurant with her friends in the beach or a movie, and that's a typical date for anybody.
Yeah.
You know, oh, let's go to a movie. Let's go have dinner here and this and that. And they think they're doing the most, but you got to give her a memory she ain't never gonna forget.
You know, JEDI gave me a very good idea.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say JEDI took you on a date.
No. But he showed me a good place to go on a date.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, did you
go?
It
was at that place, that Indian temple. Buddhist temple.
Oh, you guys went to a Buddhist temple?
Yeah. I look forward to that. It's gonna be in the NORBEEZ world. Worldwide Activities channel.
Did you guys take your picnic basket and blanket or what?
No. But we did have to take off our shoes to go inside.
So you guys went to a Buddhist temple and took your shoes off.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not saying nothing. But they went to a Buddhist temple.
But I would definitely
Or was it a booty temple? Was it a booty temple?
Started, Marvin.
I don't know.
But you know what? When I went there, I was like, fuck, this would be a dope-ass place to take a date.
Hey, which one was it? Was it that one off by the 70?
Yeah, no.
Or
was it by the 60?
The 71 by Corona, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I know where that's
yeah,
at. I know where that's at. I haven't been there, but.
No, you should go. I definitely recommend people.
Well, I'm not going with neither of you guys. That's for sure. That's for sure.
It's a good
hey, that was you know what?
day.
Let's make that the last caller. Then, so go for it, bro. You want to read any super chats real quick?
Yeah, let's read those right now.
Handle.
All
Commander.
right, let's see. Namijo, Nomijo dropped $5. He said, "Is there anything on psychedelics mush?" I'm not gonna fish it because we get demonetized. But special shroom thingy in any of the ancient texts that you know of.
Not that I can remember offhand right now, but mushrooms are in most ancient texts, and that's a fact. Mushrooms and different mosses were used for different various reasons, bro.
Wasn't that what God fed Moses and his people?
Mm-hmm.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, there's a lot of organic stuff that he fed.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of stuff. People use it as psychedelics today to reach a higher, what do you say?
Plane.
Yeah, a higher plane,
Yeah.
They know it's all about energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it'll make you really astral project like in minutes.
In my tribe, we saw it more as a tool to rewire your brain.
Yeah.
In a sense where, like, let's say you have either like a trauma or an addiction.
Yeah.
You would do a ceremony where you would ingest these things and you would keep those thoughts and minds of what you want to get rid of or what you want to settle in your mind. And after a few sessions, it's been proven that these things start to not affect you anymore.
Okay.
So I thought that was cool. That's an ancient practice, and that's pretty much one of the reasons why there are shrooms out here.
Yeah.
Because of that practice specifically. All right, Victor Aguilar dropped $2. He said, "Un saludo pa toda la flota." Hey. Victor Aguilar also dropped $2. Says, "Buenas noches."
I appreciate you, Victor. Thank you so much, homie. Shout out to you and shout out to I didn't get to read your name, but Namijo, the first one that's sent $5. I appreciate you, bro, for real. Thank you so much.
94M dropped $1.99. Says, "Do you plan on bringing different guests?" That's a good question.
Yes, I do. We're barely getting started again, so once again, my apologies. We're barely getting started, so yes, I will have speakers come on. A more biblical history. I want to have some doctors, so we could have some conversations. I don't want to say debate, but I feel like they are going to turn into a debate. So I will have that. And also there will be people who have been inboxing me a lot. There will be experiments that we will be doing so I can show you the effects of frequency and different things. So yeah, stay tuned for that one.
Hey, we got some good suggestions as far as a date. Let's see. NORBEEZ went on a date to Taco Bell Cantina with. Oh no, I already read that one. NORBEEZ only dates Heina 6. Brad Pitbull, I'm not finishing that. Somebody said take her to a coffee bean. Another person says Church's Chicken. It's also a good place. Somebody said a comedy show. Erica said a comedy show would be a good first date to test her personality.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
Carlos says take her to a roller skate.
You know what comedy dude I've been watching recently? What's that dude's name, man? Stand-up comic. Oh my God, Matt Rife. I think his name's Matt Rife. Have you heard of him?
No, I never heard of him.
No? That dude's pretty damn funny.
And that's it.
That's it? All right. Go for it. Last thoughts.
You know what? I'm happy that we're back and we're here.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy because I actually did a live yesterday with somebody on their TikTok channel.
So you're cheating on me.
In a sense, yeah. But
you hear that, Jedi? You hear that? You hear that, audience?
But
oh my God.
It made me. I said to myself, it's funny how on YouTube I'm hearing I could be on the camera all day talking with everybody, talking with you, you know, conversating. But when it comes to like Instagram and TikTok, like I can't get myself into that mood to like talk and do it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was crazy. But when I was
so you're saying that I get you in the mood.
Hey, that's
to
where
talk.
Rumors get started.
To talk.
but when I did that, I'm like, fuck, you know what? I miss fucking podcasting. And then you told me, hey, let's go. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, I had that in mind. I wanted to go to be on here again. And
you're just bursting with ideas, huh?
Yeah, I'm just bursting with ideas.
Okay, all right.
Bursting off the scene.
Jedi, you got any words? Any shout outs, you guys?
Shout out to the members, the audience, the super chatters, everybody that's been supporting us. Please, thank you for if you can, while I'm talking, hit the like button. Put
NORBEEZ homegirl, Trixie, right?
Twixie.
Twixie.
Look out for her. She's doing big things. Like I said earlier, in the beginning of the show, we were in Vegas for a show, and it was great. We met a lot of people. We made a lot of content. She does have a vlog channel. It's called Diana Gonzalez. If you can, check it out. There's some cool stuff in there, and I hope to, grow with everyone.
Okay, cool. So yeah, once again, my apologies for lagging it on this live, but I'm not gonna say whose fault it was. But thank you for tuning. Oh, go for it. One more super chat.
Super chat just came in from Green Eyes 33, the one that can read better than me.
Oh, Green Eyes. Thank you so much, Green Eyes. I appreciate you. All my respects to you.
She said, just because.
Thank you so much.
Love you, Green Eyes.
Thank you. So yeah, my apologies for lagging it on this, but we got the crew back, so we will be dropping more videos for you guys, not content. I don't consider this a content. I'm not a content creator. But thank you for all your energy, all your positive vibes, your comments, your messages, and just for you giving me your time. Shout out to the family that called in with their daughter. I really appreciate you guys. My respects. You're doing a great job. Keep your faith. Keep your home prayed up. Just remove all that bad energy. Do good in school and listen to your parents. And to everybody else that called in, my respects to all you guys. Thank you. And just thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you guys. To my kids, all of them. I love you guys. And stay tuned. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Appreciate you guys.